Good morning friends. Welcome back to Panika Tutorials. In the last few lectures, I have discussed about basics of structure. Then I have discussed nested structures. I hope you have watched those videos. If you did not watch those videos or if you don't know those concepts, I request you to go back and watch those videos and come back to this video. In this video, I want to discuss about arrays of structures. So I request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. Now let me discuss what is the need for an array of structures. We know how to define a structure. Suppose let's take that I have defined a structure called faculty consists of members called faculty ID, faculty name and faculty salary. Now if I want to declare one variable, I need to use the keyword called strut, structure name and then one variable. Now I want to create some 100 variables of the structure called faculty. Then how many variables I need to write? Variable 1, comma variable 2, comma variable 3, so on up to variable 100, and all the name of this variable should follow the rules of the identifier and also they should be unique. This is a tedious task. So if you have defined a structure called faculty and you want to enter the details of 100 faculties using a normal structure variables, it will be a tedious task. So there we will introduce the concept called arrays of structures. I hope you have understood the need for an array of structure. Now let me discuss with an example for better understanding. Let me define a structure called faculty. Okay, I am defining a structure called faculty. So I am using a keyword called strut faculty and I am writing the members in the faculty structure called int faculty ID and then char name of 50 consists of name of the faculty and his salary. Let's take that it is an int salary. Okay, are you able to understand it or not? So this is the structure definition of structure called faculty. Let me write the Y properly to avoid the confusion. Okay, now I have opened the main function, writing as void main. Suppose if I simply write main, I am not writing the return type. What will be the return type here? By default, the return type will be an integer. Okay. To avoid any return value, I am writing a keyword called void. Okay. Now, what I can do is that I can declare the variables of a structure called faculty inside the main function because now it is a global definition. Okay. So I will use the keyword called strut. I will use the name of the structure as faculty. Now I want to create an array of variables. So I can write it as A of 100. Okay, is it clear? A of 100 or A of 10. Now what is the meaning here is that you are creating an array of 100 elements of faculty structure. Now look at here. What will be the size of this array A? Now you know that one variable of a structure will occupy how many bytes. Let's take that you are running this program on a 32-bit compiler and you know that one integer will occupy 4 bytes of memory. One character will occupy 1 byte. Now you have a character array of size 50, so it will be 50 bytes. And again salary is an int, so it will be 4 bytes. So which will be 58 bytes for a one variable. Okay, one variable of this structure called faculty will occupy 58 bytes. Now you have 100 such variables, then it will be 100 into 58 bytes, which will be 55,800 bytes will be occupied by this array A. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? Of type strut faculty. Is it clear? I hope you have understood how much memory will be occupied if you are running on a 32-bit compiler. Okay. Now I want to access I want to ask the user to enter the faculty details and I want to store them. So what I can do is that as I need to enter the 100 faculty details, I can use a iteration statements or loop. So I will use a for loop consists of my initialization I is equal to 0. Why I am starting from 0? Always the array index will start from 0 and go up to size minus 1, which is 99 here. So I less than 100, I plus plus. Now I can ask the user to enter the faculty details. So enter the faculty details. Enter the faculty details. So every time it will print the statement, enter the faculty details, because we are keeping it in a loop. Okay. Then once the user has entered the faculty details, I need to read them using a function called scanf. Okay. As the ID is a integer, I'm using a format specifier as %d, and name is a character array, so I'm using a format specifier %s for string, and salary is int. I'm writing like this. Now you look at a of I, array of I, because it is an array of 100 variables of this one. Is it clear? So a of I dot member name, which is faculty ID. Okay, as it is an integer, you need to represent ampersand here. And similarly, as the next one is a string, you no need to specify the ampersand. Simply you can write a of I dot name comma ampersand a of I dot salary. Is it clear? This is the way you can access the elements, not access. You are reading them and storing in the members. Is it clear? Are you able to understand it or not? Now, once it is done, you can close the for loop. If you want to display those details, okay, you can write again the for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than 10, 100, I plus plus. Now you can write printf the details of the faculty. The details of faculty is \n. Okay, then you can write printf here. As you want to print his ID, name and the salary, you have to write the format specifier %d, %s and %d. Here what you will write, a of I dot FID, comma, a of I of name. Okay, are you able to understand? You have to use the dot operator, comma, okay, a of I dot, okay, is it clear, salary. After printing everything, you can write a \n. So one faculty details it will enter and it will go for the new line. Okay, and close the for loop and write the get ch statement and close the main function. So this is a C program, consists of array of structures of faculty structure. Okay, this is the structure definition. This is the variable declaration of an array A of size 100 and data type is struct faculty, means the faculty is data and of structure. Okay. Now what is the meaning of this A of I? Initially the I value is equal to 0. 0 is less than 100. So you are storing it in A of 0 of the name. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand? Because here the A of 0 index consists of 3 members. One is the faculty ID, faculty name and salary. I hope you have understood what is an array of structures, what is the need for it and how to write a program related to it. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.